during a legal separation, to draft together a settlement agreement that sets are the rights and the responsibilities that will apply to each spouse while they are living, but during this time, you are still legally married despite choosing to live separately. It involves nothing that is different with the degree of judicial separation which can be arranged through the family courts.
Four, describe the common ground for
Okay, so you mean that we mustn't confuse the divorce and the legal separation. It is different. You may be legally separated and still be married. Is that? Yes. Okay.
State laws contain certain reasons or grounds that you must go to the court in order to get a divorce. For instance, one ground for divorce is mental purity. In order to be divorced for this reason, you have to prove to the court that your spouse has been emotionally hurtful to you in some way. Another common ground for divorce is infidelity. In some states, if you can prove that your spouse was unfaithful to you, then you are eligible to get divorced. Other common fault-based reasons for divorce include situations where your spouse is incarcerated for a certain period of time, or your spouse has deserted you. Typical thinking activity.
So why incompatibility is no more part of the ground for divorce. Formerly, incompatibility was stated as one for divorce, but today I feel that there is no problem anymore. Because when I listen to all the grounds that you enumerated, there is no incompatibility. You know, there is. And why? Why it doesn't represent any ground for divorce today. Do you have some information? Yeah, what information do you have?
Before incompatibility, Magia
It's not because it is very, very difficult because this is deeply human. It's not because of that. You don't share. All right, we forget about it. Let's finish.
Critical thinking activity. No fault divorce. Why do you think most states have a no fault divorce law? A no fault divorce refers to a divorce based on irreconcilable differences or an irretrievable breakdown of the marriage. These are just fancy ways of saying a couple can get along and there is no hope for reconciliation. When you fill out your petition, legal paperwork for divorce in a no-fault state, you simply let the court know you are seeking a divorce based on irreconcilable differences. You don't have to tell the court what led to the divorce or prove that the divorce is your spouse's fault. In the no-fault divorce, there is no need to claim that your spouse engaged in bad behavior because courts won't consider previous spouses misconduct when deciding whether to grant a divorce. Most states now have statutes that allow for a pure no-fault divorce. Those that don't allow for some variation of one. Arkansas and Louisiana, for example, still don't recognize irreconcilable differences as a basis of divorce. Previously in this state, you had to prove your spouse's fault before a court will grant a divorce, but that's no longer the case. Even in states that don't recognize irreconcilable differences, couples can get a divorce based on the ground of separation. If you and your spouse want to avoid alleging fault in the States, you can do so by showing that you have been separated for the requisite period of time.
Okay.
Legal skills in action. Several top lawyers from around the country have been debating the current divorce laws. Imagine you have a chance to add to the discussion. Write a letter to the lawyers explaining what you would like to see change about the current divorce laws in this country.
That's okay. Sorry, I want to ask you something on the no fault divorce. It is the no fault divorce. What do you mean by the no fault divorce? Can you tell me what you mean? The no fault divorce. This is what you're talking about. Yes.
The no fault divorce. The divorce by consent.
A mutual consent?
Mutual.
Yeah. Okay, all right. I'll give you
First we have the address. On the left, just beneath your address. We have the address.
yes.
On the left, just beneath your address. Your own address.
If this is the presentation of the lab.
And your address in the top right corner. We have the date. Just below your address on the right.
Okay. There, this is the English presentation.
And the greeting.
And don't forget the name. Okay, the name and the signature, of course. Okay.
I'm writing to you to explain what
I am writing to you.
I am writing
To you, okay.
Yes, sir. I am writing to you to explain what I would like to see change about the current divorce laws in my country. In fact, I would like first of all change some points concerning divorce laws, such as 23rd article. In case of my family getting together, meaning that the husband and wife has accepted to be together again. Another wedding must be celebrated. Then, according to civil code, the husband guilty if the divorce should be lose all his advantages, whereas if he wins the case of divorce will keep up advantages of the wedding. But as far I am concerned, I would like...
As far as I am concerned, okay, you go like this, you are going like this.
I would like that both the winner and the loser should keep all the advantages of the wedding. Finally, refusing to have sexual intercourse should not be considered as a source of divorce, because a man can be powerless and inefficient to provide pleasure to his wife, so lovers must root out sex like rules of divorce. I hope that my propositions will be taken into account. respectfully so.
Okay. All right, so this is your proposition. And then the proposition of the whole group. Yeah, but you have to know that if you are married and then you don't have any sex and this is run for divorce, your proposition after that this is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Okay, thank you. We will celebrate time in your friend after that. Let it go. And then we will resume tomorrow. Okay? And then you did only one exercise and there's so many rest. We won't stay here. We will resume tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye. Tomorrow at 8. At 8 is on page 49.
Consider the key terms in the list below, then use these terms to complete the following exercise. Annulment corresponds sole custody. Residence corresponds domicile. Legal separation corresponds fact divorce.
It is a matching three. Okay, then you say the new one, it matches with what? The new one, it matches with what?
Sole custody.
So,
Custody.
can you read the topic of the exercise?
Consider the key terms in the list below. Then use these terms to complete the following exercise. Legal separation, no fact divorce, alimony, desertion, divorce, adultery, equitable distribution laws, joint custody.
Your best friend parents are getting a divorce. Using the legal term provide role-play a conversation you meet have with your friend discussing the legal aspect of divorce.
Anna is my best friend. She has been sad and stressed lately as her parents are getting divorced after 25 years of marriage. I am their first meeting up to find out. The reason being her parents split.
Anna, why are your parents getting divorced?
The marriage has been unhappy for a few years, but now they have decided to file for divorce after my father committed adultery and my mom left the domicile. The domicile.
Could you or your sister sit them down and try to sort its using out?
No, my dad considered as detention the fact that my mother left the Cork residence without his consent.
That is quite hard, especially for you. I guess legally there are other options such as legal separation.
Really?
Of course, legal separation, for instance, is an alternative to divorce for people who cannot continue to lie together. It is legal document which the time uses, such a joint custody, spousal support and living arrangements.
Okay, my dad had previously opted for an annulment but has been advised by his lawyer to opt for no fault divorce instead. His lawyer is also advising him on other aspects of divorce, such as equitable distribution laws, alimony, and sole custody of the children.
What do annulment and no fault divorce mean?
With annulling a marriage declares
I will say that with
a marriage declares that the marriage never technically existed and was never valid. With no fault divorce is a divorce in which the dissolution of a marriage does not require a showing of wrongdoing by either party. Remember, my date is a politician with us to his public image.
How about your mom?
She is trying to cope with. I feel sorry for her. She has not worked herself, therefore will not have a pension to live off. However, I hope that her service to my dad and use will entail to a substantial share of my father's estate.
Show your feeling of this decision in a paragraph.
Okay, all right. I don't have time to put you questions. Now you come back to your exercise 1. You are deep in the matter, or what you were asked to do. Normally, exercise 1, Machiavelli will group your exercise 2. You correct, you understand? The exercise 1, this is what you did in the exercise 2. So you direct it. You write 1 as exercise 2. You write. Okay, and then we'll continue to do the 1-1. Share your feelings of the discussion in the paragraph. This is what we are doing now, and this is the exercise 2 now. Then the exercise 2. We go.
To share your feeling of this decision in a paragraph. Was this an easier conversation? Do you believe you could assist a friend whose is about private life and thinking about adult divorce is a sin of disrespect in our society? Also, we ignore the legal aspect of divorce.
You ignore the legal aspects of divorce. Are you a lawyer? No, you are lawyers. Why do you ignore the legal aspects of divorce? What do you mean when you say that you ignore the legal aspect of divorce? What are the legal aspects? What are the legal aspects of divorce? Sorry? Adultery. Adultery is one of the grounds. It is one of the grounds. You have to explain what you mean through this phrase, the legal aspect of divorce. And when you say adultery, that is too bad. You don't explain anything. Do you understand? I'm not sure that they understood.
The different condition for us divorce.
To declare. To declare is not to pronounce. To declare divorce.
Was not an easier conversation as divorce is about private life
They will say private.
Women become a strong presence in the workforce. They no longer depended on their husbands to support them. This is independence allows them to live an happy marriage and still provide for themselves. Divorce also becomes more acceptable.
It also becomes
More acceptable.
More
Acceptable.
Yes.
The guilt and fault of the old divorce law got. As more couples separated, divorce gradually become a normal part of life. Other chants may also explain why divorce increasing and pleading. Cohabitation, living together, has become acceptable. Research shows that couples that live together before marriage are more likely to divorce. A divorced person who remarry after a divorce is much more likely to get divorced again. Children of divorced parents are more likely to get divorced again. Children of divorced parents are more likely to get divorced. As the number of divorced parents increases, so will the number of their children that get divorced. Divorce can be prevented by knowing each other with personally, evaluating the relationship, the purpose of the marriage, identity of the couple, considering how the responsibilities a divorced are divided at home, sitting down and working. How? What is the biggest problem at present? Knowing the action that lead the relation, destructing, using active listening. Remembering that people also change and considering the factor in healthy relationship, implication of divorce, economic, financial, health, physical and negative effects of children, temptation between parents, missing their stinting, children become stressed and alcohol dependent.
Do you agree with what the author when he said that divorces have increased dramatically in recent years? Is he right? Is he right? It is. Okay. And you, what should you do to prevent it? Because is divorce good? Is it a good thing? No. All right. When you get married, after that is forever and ever. Okay. And what should you do? If you don't want people to get divorced, what should you do? Okay. If you know your eyes or your nails, I put you the question, you, this is your topic, and you don't have to explain it. In your development, you say that divorce has become normal. That's what you see. That divorce has become normal. Why do you think that divorce has become normal? Because for me, when there is divorce, people, the spouses don't feel well. And then you say that it is normal to live. What makes you think that divorce has become normal? Neil? Yes? Yeah, you speak louder. Speak louder. I'm not satisfied. Divorce becomes normal because of many problems. No, I'm not convinced. I don't agree with you. I don't understand what you are telling me. Okay, all right, and then you have, we know that divorce is not good. And in your development, you enumerated the negative aspects of divorce for children. The negative aspects of divorce on the children's life. What are they? Because I didn't get you what you were saying.
Children of divorced parents are more likely to get divorced again.
if your parents got divorced, automatically the children thought they will get divorced. That is what you mean. That is what you mean. No, I think that. Yes. You said that when the parents get divorced, then automatically the children too will get divorced. It is what you mean. I'm not so sure. Perhaps, but on the other hand, you can also have children that even if they suffer from divorce, when they get married, I'm not sure that they will get divorced because their parents have got divorced formally. Concerning the society, what sort of impact there may be in case of divorce of parents?
No circumstantial evidence is not enough to prove criminal adultery as adultery being one of grounds for divorce.
Okay, and what is the criminal adultery? What is it? Yeah, you your researches. You were given, I think, 2 months or 3 months for your research and you didn't do anything at all. The criminal adultery, it is they knew. I too had the knew. So you want to explain.
A criminal adultery having a voluntary sexual relationship with someone other than your spouse. Okay, this is what we call the adultery, and at which moment it becomes criminal adultery. Understand? Okay, adultery. This is what you explain. Okay, that it is to have a sexual relationship with someone else when you are married. Okay. It becomes criminal. It becomes criminal once you are caught red-handed. Simply. Here, for example, in Côte d'Ivoire, every member should be by the year 1999. That Mr. I think that this is first employee. Something like that. It was the minister of justice at this time. Were you born at this time? Were you born disposed on the same place 2 or 3 times, something like that, before proving adultery?
What kinds of cruelty may be grounds for divorce? Example of acts that usually are considered to be cruel are physical attacks upon a spouse, mental or emotional abuse when a spouse knows or she is infected with a sexually transmitted disease, continues to maintain sexual relation and communicates the disease to the other spouse who did not know about the disease. Repeatedly yelling, screaming, or displaying rage. Constantly criticizing a spouse's ability as a homemaker, breadwinner, parent of spouse. Standing away from the house to often be out, often without an explanation. Previously floating a relationship with another person, wrongfully accusing the other spouse of adulterous relation with another person. gambling away money, and expelling absence from home, abusing the children.
Yes.
When a divorce ends, the marriage arrangement is a legally effective.
Yes.
When the spouse receives alimony payment gets married, he or she may no longer need financial support.
Should the spouse keep the alimony or should she be deprived from this? As a matter of logic, you want to get married again, are you going to keep the alimony of your former husband? What does the law say? No? No. Yes, class. What happens? When you marry again, are you going to keep the alimony of your former husband or are you going to be deprived? You don't know. Yes?
You don't give land.
Of course. This is a matter of logic. Hey, you put a question, you made your researches and then you are not capable to answer. It is a matter of logic. You want to get married again, it is normal that you are deprived. You don't keep the alimony anymore. It's finished for you. That's the question that you want. Okay, hurry up because it's quite time.
When debating maritime property, what do judges usually consider? Judges usually consider the age and earning power each couple, the length of the marriage, and the contribution of each spouse to the marriage.
Okay. It is correct. And what are the different ways of custody arrangement? Yes. This one who? You are asked to name out different ways custody arrangement that can exist. What are they? They are, when I put you the question in another way and then you are lost, you must be capable to answer at any time. What are the three ways, what are the different ways of custody arrangement that exist? I asked you to name the three sorts of custody arrangements. You are not capable to say it. You see, Ms. Kwaku, it is already answered. Okay, you continue.
What is a no-fault divorce?